The free throw, perfect. And the lead is up to 7. Indiana with the basketball. Now ready to shoot at the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Doug McDermott, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 82%. First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Great look and vision. And scores.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty, but this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Oh, met at the summit, Ed.
I was sure that was going to be a dunk, Jay. What control by the defender. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one, counted. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Celtics have it to Marcus Smart. Hayward. From the outside, no good. And the finish, slam dunk.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. Leads 4. To Cantor. Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Almost. Unlucky bounce. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Hayward to Cantor. And it's Cantor. 3 for 3 in this first half.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Driving right to the basket. Took it down the lane, but it's no good. To Kemba Walker. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
It's Indiana basketball. Count it.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Walker with the basketball. Up by 6. Hayward to Walker. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Can't connect.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jumper.
Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Boston with the basketball. To Cantor. Hayward. Trying to cash in. Hayward with a shot, no good. Can't connect from inside. Hayward. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
And the slam.
I don't think I...
Because that's my only choice. To Cantor. And it's Cantor above the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Here comes the screen. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Misses the second as well. Celtics have it. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back. Everybody communicated. Everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
No good, and no foul. Finish that.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Hayward to Gortat. To Hayward. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Here comes the screen. And is Cantor able to recover with the block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Hey, watch the screen. Look.
Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
For three, had made his first couple, but he misses there.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Number 33, Miles Turner. Stepping in for Boston, number 8, Kemba Walker.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And Ed, here's my offensive theory. More touches, more points. This is a fast-paced league. Either the coaches adapt or you'll be left behind.
Deep two there, won't go.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Beyond the arc for three. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Walker into the front court. They lead it, 4-point game. Free throws coming up.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Shot by Hayward, no good.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time. Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
1 minute left in the second quarter.
The drive, right to the basket, knocked loose. Ball's controlled by Boston. Oh, the pass stolen by Indiana. To Turner. With a drop step. Oh, Miles Turner. He's 3 for 7.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Miles Turner tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy back.
Read.
This for the tie. And his canter. He's now 5 for 6. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Pacers find themselves in a tie game after 2 quarters. The long-range shooting has been outstanding, and if they can keep it up, it's going to open up more things for them offensively. These are the guys getting buckets. The Celtics will start the 3rd quarter with a tie on the scoreboard. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers.
Game track.
Bench points. The NBA season is long, and these days, starters take rest days. And that's why it's so important to have bench players that can be productive like we're seeing here today.
Player of the half.
Gordon Hayward couldn't be denied the award after all of those slams. He might get top plays all to himself at the end of the game if he keeps this up.
Who was cold?
No one wants to be picked for this segment, but he couldn't avoid it. Maybe he'll turn things around in the second half. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Pacers with the possession. 4-3. That's off the side of the rim, short. Hayward to Cantor. You've got to get that one to go. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Turner. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Into the front court, it's Walker. His guys find themselves trailing by a bucket. Missed a wide open look. Here comes the screen. To Turner. And a pass stolen by Boston.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. Is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Curling inside. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Top of the key. Off the assist.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. His group now down 2. To Hayward. Has a chance. Oh, straight down the middle for 2.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Screen coming.
Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
To Turner. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Deep left corner. Couple of cracks at the line now.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Davon Reed. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 66%. Nope. First one does not go. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Walker with the basketball. His guys now trailing by a point. Big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
I got balls. I got balls. That's me.
Here comes the screen. To Brogdon. Nothing going here on that drive. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Won't go down. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Oh, he had it.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Here comes the screen. Stuffs it down with authority.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
Celtics have it. To Hayward. Knocked loose. Shot from in close, no good. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I'm watching the coach's reaction right now, and I'll tell you, he's not going to be happy about that. The game comes down to the micro details. That wasn't a part of the plan right there.
Jason Tatum at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 82%. First one goes down.
Number 13.
2 for 2 on that trip. Pacers control. To Turner. Oh, Miles Turner. 4 out of 10.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Here comes the screen. To Turner. And a putback slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
But when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Brown with it up top. Leads 3. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
When I think about Kemba Walker, I think about a self-made elite PG. He's a little guy that thrives amongst the NBA giants, and he's fearless. Let me tell you about how fearless he is. Even Alvin Gentry said he's probably the biggest competitor he's ever seen. You could put him right up there with the likes of Kobe Bryant from a competitive standpoint. That goes to show you that Walker will do anything and everything to beat you every possession.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Look, do I love the versatility offensively of Domantas Sabonis? Yes. But let me tell you why I love even more. Sometimes you need somebody who just gives a hard screen. Somebody to put the defender right on their back. Send a message. That's what Sabonis brings to the table.
Hayward. Tatum. Too easy. Defense has to communicate.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Turner. Nice pass to set things up.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Walker into the front court. They lead it. 4-point game. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Has a look. Hayward unable to connect. And a pass stolen by Boston. Miles Turner, huge block. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
No, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Works it to Brogdon. Fires the 3. Won't go for Brogdon. Had a hand in his face. Brown into the front court. Leads 4. Top, rocking the rim. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Now a whistle, and Indiana is going to use a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this 3rd quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Out.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Boston with the basketball. Screen coming. Walker to Cantor. Missed it. How'd that not go down? To Turner. Deep right corner. Fires the 3. It's Cantor with the board. To Kemba Walker. Short jumper won't go down. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Number 3.
To Cantor. Count the basket at the rim.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
There's something to be said about a guy that can make the game easier for everybody else on the court. We call that dropping dimes, very similar to the way I'm dropping nuggets on this broadcast.
To Hayward. Down to 5 on the 24. Trying to cash in. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here comes the screen. The Pacers with 4 to shoot. From the painted area, won't go down.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Indiana with the basketball. To Turner. It was right there. Brown with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Neither side is giving up an inch.
I guarantee you tomorrow on Complex's social feed, that play will have millions of views. And I'm really looking forward to this fourth quarter because the first 3 have lived up to the billing.
Hayward with a shot, no good. They'll let one fly from half court. That ends the third quarter with the Celtics in front. It's the Celtics with the ball as we start this fourth quarter. And you have to figure they like this spot they're in. Entering the quarter with the lead on the road.
Yeah, but Ed, I disagree. As a player, I'm not really worried about how big the lead is right now. I'm worried about what kind of energy we're going to enter the fourth quarter with, more importantly.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
And that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Marcus Smart. D2 there, won't go.
And you have to remember that your hand is part of the ball. There wasn't enough contact on that play for the refs to blow the whistle.
Here comes the screen. Goes to the left. From long range, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Now a drive, but the shot won't fall. It's a big finish.
I see the in the game.
To Hayward. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Shot by Hayward, no good. Here comes the screen. The drive, right to the basket. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. With a drop step. Shot from the lane won't go. To Hayward. To Marcus Smart. Has a chance. Tatum's shot misses. A pass taken away by the Celtics.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
And counted at the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Hayward. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
To Hayward. With a drop step. With the basket after a nice drop step.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Now the Pacers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
Well, you need execution in a chess match. And the best execution, I just saw the star player talk to one of the young fellas. You take those young fellas over to the side. You coach them through some of these big-time moments that happen in the fourth quarter. That's how you get your team ready for the playoffs and hopefully a chance to win a championship.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 33. Entering the game for Boston, number 27.
Screen, I got your help.
To Turner. Goes to the right side. Celtics have it. Cruises inside for 2.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
T.J. Warren pins it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really
Got a piece of it.
jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Nice pass to get things going.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Tough make through traffic.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Knocked loose. To Turner. Five to shoot for Indiana. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Knocked loose. Pacers come up with it. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can't. Celtics have it. And he finishes at the rim.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
To Turner. Cashes in for two.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 11, Enos.
Out of bounds the call. Off Gordon Hayward.
Into the game for Indiana, number 25.
Hey, clear out. I got this. I told you the screen was coming.
The Pacers with 4 to shoot. A drive through the paint, but his shot misses. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Celtics, number 8, Kemba Walker.
Give it to him. Kemba Walker. He's now 4 for 6.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Here comes the screen. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Ball's controlled by Boston. And a nice finish at the rim.
And here's a next-level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Turner. With a drop step. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You've heard it before. Slow and steady wins the race. This approach might be working out after all.
To Jaylen Brown. Miles Turner sends it away. Fourth this contest.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Curling inside. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good. To Jaylen Brown. Won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, he had him there for a second. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Over to the right side. Has a look. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
It's Indiana basketball.
Here we go. My ball.
Well, leaves the defender in the dust. Here comes the screen.
Come on, please. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
5 seconds to shoot. Lets it fly from long range. Karis LeVert is going to get 3 shots here. 71% for his career. Knocks down the first. Hits the second. One more coming. Three for 3. Nice. Into the front court, it's Walker. The deficit is 6. Nothing going here on that drive. Walker to Cantor. Nice finish at the rim.
I remember my high school coach said 1 man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Turner. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. No good. Turns and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
I'm here. I got ball.
Here comes the screen.
Screen right. Hey,
To Turner. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Brown into the front court. His guys trail now by 4. To Hayward. Tatum. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Here comes the screen. And the finish at the rim.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout. It's their first of the final 3 minutes. That leaves them with one more chance to stop the clock before the buzzer sounds. On the Pacers come away with the steal. Intentional foul. He meant it.
Good foul right there. You want to stop the clock.
And they'll get the intentional foul here with 17 seconds to go.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad just when they needed it.
And hits the first free throw. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Play is stopped. Timeout Boston. They'll need a quick shot and then likely a quick foul in what is now a two-possession game. Cantor. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Long key from three-quarters court. This one to the Pacers as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the
Pacers. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
We come to you from the City of Angels. The opening tip won by the Lakers as we get started here at Staples Center. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Leonard. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Montrezl Harrell rejects it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
And scores.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Lakers ball. James. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
Screen coming. It's James. Not that time. He misses. Leonard to Beverly. LeBron James swats in. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron James. Leonard. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
LeBron into the front court. Down 2. To Davis. Cousins. James. And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Paul George. Nice pass to set things up. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
It's James controlling the offense. Rondo. Well, their first 3, and they're right back in it, within a possession in this first quarter.
Well, I don't want to live in the past, but if you got a couple of those that dropped earlier, you could have had a nice lead. Now, we got a dogfight.
Paul George, 4-2. Wide open look, won't go.
Woo, I can't believe he didn't get that one to fall. But at the end of the day, he got an open look, and that bodes well for this team.
To Leonard. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Davis, down low. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First try at the line, no good. Good recovery. Hits the second free throw. To Cousins. That's going to be out of bounds off of Rondo. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 4 and number 22, Maurice Harkless.
Turns and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Cousins. To Davis. Off the assist.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
8-second violation. It's going the other way. Luke Walton making some changes on the court. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
If LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A., that means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
To Kyle Kuzma. To Caldwell Pope. Clippers have got it. Strong finish for Paul George.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
Kyle Kuzma. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Knocked loose. Defense forces the turnover, and it leads to points.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Caldwell Pope to James. Kuzma in a matchup with Harkless. Caldwell Pope to Kyle Kuzma. Rondo. 13 points here in the first quarter alone. He's knocked down 3 threes.
The defense better buckle in. This is going to be a long game. Expect each possession the offense to call the same play.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Into the game for the Los Angeles Lakers. Number 3.
To Paul George. Leonard. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Lou Williams. Knocked loose. Clippers have it. Rajon Rondo. Tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Lakers at the controls right now. Rondo. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Now Doc wants a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Williams into the front court. Just under a minute to play here in this opening quarter. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. Nothing going here on that drive. That is great vision to set it up. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Throws it down.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Deep left corner.
Hey, watch the screen left.
To Davis. And finishes strong.
That's how you punctuate a good first quarter. 3 more left to go, but you've set the momentum for the second.
Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
1 quarter down. The Lakers have the lead. First quarter down as we get ready to start the second. Boy, you talk about offensive efficiency. It was really high.
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the 3, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
Slam dunk.
See, Ed, that's what I love. You don't need to conserve your energy. You attack that rim with ferocity. You always set the tone.
Cook to bring it into the front court. Leads 3. Cashes in for 2.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Harkless to Leonard. Mo Harkless gets the 2.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
To Kyle Kuzma. Bradley. Trying to cash in. Avery Bradley. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Williams across the timeline. 5-point game. Harkless to George. Nothing going here on that drive. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively, he makes those clutch shots. It re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
Clippers have the basketball. To Danny Green for three. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Williams into the front court. Down 6. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Lets it fly from long range. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
And the three-point shot of the offense applies so much pressure on the defense, you can no longer build your teams inside out. The new way, you build your team outside in.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
So take advantage of this great opportunity. Substitutions, Los Angeles.
Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
The assist from number 2.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Williams to Beverly. Here comes the screen. DeMarcus Cousins pins it.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
LeBron with it up top. It's a 9-point lead. Beyond the arc for 3. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To James. Fires the 3. LeBron James drills the 3.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
To Beverly. Oh, had him going there for a second. Easy path to the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
James. He engulfed him that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Had a good look there, but it's no good. James into the front court. His team on top by 13. Here's a chance from long range. Buries the wide open 3. That's too easy.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
And Lou Williams buries the 3 with a hand in his face.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. James to Davis. 4-3. Oh, Anthony Davis. Not sure why he was left so wide open.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip. And when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
To James. Knocked loose. Clippers have got it. Beverly. Hat Patrick Beverly. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Cousins to Bradley. Cousins to James. Goes to the left side. Cousins to Danny Green from long range. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the 3.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
James to Cousins. James to Cousins. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
Danny Green to Cousins. Fires the 3, and DeMarcus Cousins It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From Spectrum Center in Uptown Charlotte, tonight the Charlotte Hornets playing host to the LA Clippers. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Fires the three. That out of his range and no good. Shot from the lane won't go.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
It's LA Clippers ball. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Hey, match up.
To Nick Batum. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark. It's George for two. Paul George, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want.
Batum cashes in. Well defended. He still finds a way.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
To Paul George. To Beverly. Down to 5 on the 24. George lets it fly. To Batum. Here's a chance from long range.